All right, well, welcome everyone to our pizza making party. A little bit different than what you might think, because you all know that everybody here, or a lot of us that are here, have lost a significant amount of weight, lost some weight. Best thing about it is develop new habits, and we keep that off. So the dumbest thing that I personally ever did was think that in order to lose weight, I had to eat chicken and broccoli, boring foods, bulldoze through, hating what I was eating, and kind of persevere to hit my goal. And that couldn't have been further from the truth. And so one of the things that drastically helped me lose 167 pounds, I lost 167 pounds. I started at 310. My lowest weight was 145. I've been fortunate enough to be featured in People magazine, This Is My Story, 2 times, because you know that they pick up significant weight loss. One of the things that they loved was the sports that I can do now, which walking up a flight of stairs used to be a challenge for me. So to be able to jump around, sometimes getting up off the floor was a challenge. To do this is majorly life-changing, and I'm just one of the stories that you're gonna hear today, okay? So pizza is like a favorite, right? But high on glycemic index, right? It spikes blood sugar, it can cause bloating, it doesn't lend itself, it's not conducive to losing weight. It's just not the way, just to have regular pizza. So what we wanted to do for you is show you all of the different variations of pizza that you can have. So today we're gonna make, in front of you, Becky's gonna demonstrate a cauliflower pizza. We have a broccoli crust pizza. We have a chicken crust pizza, which is amazing. We have pizza bites. We have pizza casserole. We have Mexican pizza casserole. There's just so many variations, but they're all simple, easy to do, as long as you know and you're aware that this is even available. So we thought it would be super fun to actually let you try it, taste it, see how it's done, so that way you could go home and start implementing these things into your household, right? Because again, who doesn't like pizza on a Friday night? But having it every single Friday night, or maybe 2 or 3 times a week like I used to do, will lend yourself to inflammatory disease. There's a lot of people that have rheumatoid arthritis. Diabetics can't do this or have pizza all the time. And so this is an amazing solution to combat all of that. Okay, so with that, I guess we'll let Becky come up, tell her story, because it's amazing. And honestly, I just want to point out, if Becky had not put herself in a position to start learning these things and sharing with the community like she's doing right now, I would not be here, Melody would not be here, a significant amount of us would not be here. So it really just takes one person showing what's possible, and then you have no idea how it's gonna ripple out to the people around you, friends, family, etc. So I'm eternally grateful, and I know everybody else here is too, but let her show you how it's done.
Okay, well, so should I demonstrate this now, or should everyone share what dish they brought? What shall we do first?
Let's do the demonstration, since
Okay.
you've got everything in front of you, because it is very simple and easy, you guys.
It is. It's super easy. So we're going to start out with, let me wash my hands again because it's been a few minutes. So basically there's 4 ingredients to this recipe, which is so easy. And it looks a little daunting when you first think about it, but it's really, really easy to do. So it only takes 1 cup of riced cauliflower. So I grate mine in the food processor. And honestly, the price of groceries nowadays, you can make 6 to 7 crusts from 1 big head of cauliflower. Yay. And you make them all at once, and then you can just put them in, I had 5 crusts in this baggie. So I made them on Friday, I put them in the baggie and had them ready to go. And so the pizzas that I made were like this.
I'm gonna put it in front of the
So, sure. Looks like that. So I made some with veggie stuff and some with just turkey pepperoni. Okay. So you start out with your 1 cup of riced cauliflower done in the food processor.
Is that uncooked cauliflower?
Uncooked, yeah,
Okay.
raw. And I did it in the food processor. So it's super easy to do that way. Mexican cheese, so right here, 1/2 cup. Oh, and I forgot my beaters. So a 1/4 cup of egg beaters. There we go. And a 1/4 teaspoon of Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning. So a little bit of that in there, okay? Oh, is my pan ready to go? So you just mix these up, just kind of like this. So easy to do. Just mix them all up.
See if there's one right there by the wall.
And, oh, that one, yeah, that's the one. Thank you. And then I need to, Melody, could you spray, the spray is back there next to the coffee pot. Can you spray that for me? So when I touch it back there. Yeah, just spray it on there so it doesn't stick.
Okay.
But you can see, this is what it looks like. Okay. So all you do now is just put it onto your parchment paper that's been sprayed with some Pam. And here it is. So you're just going to do this. And I usually try to do mine about the size of a dinner plate. So I just kind of pat it all out until it's kind of evenly done, not too thin, but not too thick. And that's about it. That is how you make your crust. So easy.
So Becky, you bake this at what temperature and for how long?
So we're gonna bake it now for about 20 minutes and at 425, I believe. And this is what it's gonna look like when it comes out of the oven.
Isn't that amazing?
So you'll bake it and then after 20 minutes you flip it over and then bake it for about another 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes. You just kind of, till you see the color. So this one now, so this is gonna go into the oven and we'll see it when it comes out. So 425, okay. And now
gas or electric?
gas.
No, because they cook differently.
Oh, yeah.
And for the record, you guys, I actually air fry my crust, so I don't even use the oven. I air fry at
425 or
380 for about 15 minutes, and that's enough time because I love being able to set it and forget it, and then come back to it.
So I'm just gonna put this one on here and then show you how we're going to put all the toppings on top. So you don't need a lot of this. And this one is one that used to be that we could use the Rayo's spaghetti sauce. But now I guess it's changed their formulation, so it's really high in carbs. So this one I picked up at Costco, the Kirkland brand, Kirkland Organic Marinara. And it only has 40 calories in a half a cup, 1 gram of fat, and 6 grams of carbs.
any
So-
sugar?
Sugar is 5 grams. So this is a good one. It comes in a 3-pack, and I think it was $9.99 for a 3-pack, so it was a really good deal. And then you've got your sauce and some mozzarella cheese. Easy peasy. Some I love mushrooms.
Yeah.
Andre doesn't, so good thing he's not here. He already left. So and some peppers. Just add some goodies on top. Some sliced olives, and all of this costs hardly anything to make, and it's so healthy. And on our program, you get a full one of these for your lean and green meal, which is pretty amazing. So there you go. Now it just needs to go in the oven for about 10, 12, 15 minutes. It might be a little longer because this is cold, but that's it. So easy to make your own cauliflower crust pizza. Awesome. So
I like it.
we're going to, did I put this? No, I didn't. Okay, so we're gonna have everybody share their other dishes that they made. So almost the same kind of idea was the cauliflower pizza bites that I made. So what I did was I just used a Pampered Chef pan that has the little squares, and I put it's a little different recipe, but almost the same, where you just put it down in the bottom and then cook it, and then once for about 20 minutes, same thing, and then put the sauce and the cheese and the pepperoni or whatever kind of topping you want, and then just finish it up in the oven. And these would make great appetizers for a party, and very healthy. So that's the other one.
Thank you.
Really quick, you guys, I just wanted to explain our program itself, right? We are talking about eating healthy. And one of the things that we are big proponents of, Dr. Anderson, the creator of this program, and what we learned is that there is a real science and benefit to eating 6 times a day. So Becky mentioned this is our lean and green. This is like a meal that you can have, that big, huge pizza, right? But we also introduce you to eating 6 times a day by giving you healthy snacks that you are just allowed to eat all throughout the day. So as soon as you wake up, half an hour in, you eat something. 2.5 hours later, you eat something. 2.5 hours later, you eat something. Now, sometimes we have clients that don't want to do too much, so they make 1 meal a day and have 5 snacks for a total of 6 times a day eating. Some of us are into muscle building and different type of structures that we want to create for our body. So we're eating 2 healthy meals a day, but then 4 snacks. Some of us need even more and do 3 meals a day, but then 3 snacks. We're always eating 6 times a day. The benefit of doing that is it helps you lose weight. It helps you control hunger. How many times have you ate the wrong thing just because you're ravenous and you haven't ate all day, right? So having healthy snacks on hand is key. Putting them in your purse, putting them in your car, putting them in your desk. Something so when things happen, you can just grab something and not do things haphazardly. It reduces blood insulin. This is key when it comes to shedding body fat. Insulin levels need to be at bay, which is possible by eating small, frequent meals throughout the day. With these small meals and with the lean and greens you're eating, you're keeping your carbohydrates low, which everybody knows this is like ketogenic. This is another way to lose fat. Reduce LDL, the bad cholesterol. Reduces levels of lipoprotein. I don't know, it's like 17 syllables. It's a big word. But it's very bad stuff that it'll help keep at bay. Depress glucose levels. Increase bile acid secretion. If you don't know, your liver makes bile. Bile is needed so that you can break down fats. So eating 6 times a day will help with that. Suppresses fatty acid levels. Reduces uric acid levels. So people with gout need to have lower uric acid levels. So eating small frequent meals will help with that. Reduce adipose tissue. Adipose is just a fancy word for fat. And reduces fluctuations in satiety, meaning you should never be ravenously hungry, but you should never be super full, like you need to take a nap because you're in a coma. I didn't know that there was like a really fine balance in between that. I thought you just ate to be stuffed, is what I would say, and that's not true at all. Okay, so just wanted to explain that really quick. There is a science to what we do and how we help. It is dramatically different to want to lose fat and not just lose weight. A lot of times when somebody tells us they lost 10 pounds, they've lost water, they've lost muscle, they've lost bone. They haven't necessarily honed into losing body fat because the macros, the nutrients, and things like that are off. And this is what can happen when you're eating, say, chicken and broccoli 1 time a day, trying to eat less, move more, and go through that regimen, which is, it's not that it doesn't work, but it needs to be done correctly. So just wanted to give you that.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll share a little bit. I brought the Mexican pizza, and so when you get the pizza, or all the pizza recipes, all I did was, instead of using the canned tomatoes, I used Rotel, so you get spicy. I used the Mexican cheese, the lower fat Mexican cheese. I seasoned the meat. You can use taco seasoning or whatever you use, and jalapenos. And so the Mexican pizza is just kind of the regular pizza casserole. That is this one right here. So I hope you guys, this is super easy. This is a big hit when I go like camping with my friends. We go to Campland, they have a pizza night. I make this. So I can still have everything, and I'm not like, you know, in comatose because I ate all of that pizza, because it's so easy to eat more than one piece of pizza. And then my story is, I started this program back in 2014. I'm a UPS driver, off clearly on injury right now. I've been there for 30 years, and you know, I was just like watching myself go up in uniform size. And when I was going to go on my next uniform size, my friend said, "Why? You're just going to grow into that one too," which was really nice of her. But it kind of, you know, slapped me in the face. And I started working on my goals. I started this program. I did it through the busy season, peak season, and all I can tell is it kept me out of the convenience stores. It kept me out of the fast food. I felt satiated. I had energy. Inflammation went down, and I went from a tight size 12 to a size 4, and I didn't even think that was possible because I was 47 when I started this. But the main thing that kept me going is I've been on this journey with the Habits of Health, and also having this amazing supportive community. So I've learned habits. I completely changed my relationship with food, but I gotta tell you, it took 6 years for me to change my relationship. So that's not something that happens overnight, but the more that you stick with things, and the more that you have support of your friends, and the more that you put into it, the more you'll get out of it, and you will break that cycle. But it doesn't happen overnight. So if you're a yo-yo dieter who's off and on and off and on and always disappointed in themselves because I can't believe I already put that weight back on and it brought friends, this is a really great program because it's simple and it will keep you learning about yourself. So that's mine. Veronica, you can share.
Amazing.
Hi, everyone.
These actually look so good. And now we have wet pizza.
Yeah, so my name's Veronica. So the one that I did is the chicken crust pizza. It's ground chicken. So I usually purchase this at Trader Joe's. It comes in a package like the ground turkey. So it's packaged the same way. It's like that. Same thing how Becky did it. So you just mix it with the egg and your seasoning, mix it up, and you just make your crust like how she did with the cauliflower. Same basic thing. So I put Italian seasoning on mine. And then the marinara sauce too. Like there's different ones. I use the Rouse one. There's some that you want to watch the carbs. Our program, it's amazing. It's not only for people to lose weight. There's some to maintain weight also. So we have different varieties, different programs for different people. We cater for that as well. So with the chicken crust, it's the ground chicken, the marinara sauce, and then you just put your toppings. On mine, I put basil, I put bell peppers, mushrooms. You could put any toppings, and it just gives it that flavor, that kick. So it's a different one. And how I did this program too, along with Monica and everyone else, and with Becky. For me, it wasn't so much about losing weight, but it's learning to manage. I was pre-diabetic, didn't know it at the time. How did I wind up getting there? Is because I was exhausted all the time. I worked at a hospital for many years, overworked, overstressed. And, I have 2 boys. They would always, so I gave a lot to my job and come home exhausted. Mommy, I want to play, and I didn't have the energy for it. When they mentioned it, I'm like, okay, let me get checked. Went to the doctor. Veronica, you're pre-diabetic. I suggest you take medications. It runs in my family, so I decided to take, being in the medical field, you should know what to do, right? But so I didn't. So I came across later on this program, to change my healthy habits. It wasn't about the weight for me. It was about leveling or my A1C, blood sugar. This helps you. There's different programs too to help you level out your blood sugar. And that's what Monica shared, is eating 6 times a day, build up your metabolism. We talk about movement. We talk about 6 micro habits: healthy eating, healthy mindset, healthy movement, hydration, and
Stress management.
and slows and management, or there's different things, but basically, so when I did this program, I did this 4 years ago. I went from exhausted mommy to a very energetic mommy. So now I'm very active with my boys. I'm able to keep up with them, and do that and share this with other men and women, especially parents or any of us, right? So that's pretty much it. But yeah, and like Melody says, it does take time, to develop the habits. And this is where we're here. We do things in the community, and the support is really great. And here's Sherry.
Hello, I'm Sherry.
Awesome story, Veronica.
And I brought things that are I should introduce myself first, because I've been involved for 9.5 years. And when I started, I had 4 teenagers and a very busy life with working as well. So something that was super simple, because just like Veronica, very exhausted and really emotionally a mess. So just managing even just the day-to-day stuff just wasn't a joy at that time. And now that it's been 9 years of incorporating the habits and the emotional wellness after, my husband lost 70 pounds in 4 months and I lost 40, but that really was the beginning. Once we got to a healthier weight, we were like, oh, now what do we do? Where's the work and the habits? So I brought things tonight to show how easy it can be even after the weight loss phase. So like when you go to a party and everyone's doing chips and salsa and all the other things that are just easy to munch when you're talking to a bunch of people, one of the best things is to bring your own things you want to munch on. It's not to say can't and don't choose to have some of those other things, but it's the mindlessness. After a half hour at a social event, you have no idea how many chips you had.
But there's 1,000 calories in
Yes,
it.
yes. So if you bring some of your own things, then you get to actually make those choices. And then other people also get to benefit from that. The other thing I brought was meatballs and veggies. I still have 4 children and a busy life, so sometimes prepping and even making an actual meal with a recipe doesn't happen. But it's super easy to actually have veggies and a protein, bags of salad, bags of zucchini. One of my Maeve's favorite things is with the new marinara sauce is to actually use zucchini noodles with my meatballs, so that it's still that spaghetti feel without all the extra carbs. So it's just been such a gift to now have emotional intelligence and really be able to make those choices that are not unconscious, because I was definitely an emotional eater that unconsciously dealt with all of the stress in my life. So stress management and emotional wellness is really the key to making these choices long term. So, and it's such a gift to have community of people like this, so that it's been 9 years. If I've stayed on track and been awesome every single minute, no, but these kind of community things are the things that get you back into just realignment with what's important to you. So super grateful.
I just realized I didn't share my story.
Yes.
So everyone I think knows I'm Becky, and I started this program when I was 57, post-menopause, or kind of in it, and had gained some weight and knew I needed to lose it, or I was going to become diabetic like the rest of my family. So same thing. I started this program reluctantly, hoping I could lose 20 pounds because I knew how hard that would be. And it was so easy that I said, after 2 months, I lost 20 pounds. I said, let's keep going. I ended up losing 40 pounds in 4 months. And have been able to, maintain my healthy habits all these years. So that's been 12 years ago now. And being a part of this community and working alongside other fellow health coaches and people that have, embraced our program and the healthy habits that we teach, and just sharing with others has been a gift for me, and has allowed me to retire from 42 years of dental hygiene and move to Long Beach to be closer to grandchildren and live a life where I can serve other people as well as taking care of me and my family. So thanks all for being here. Really appreciate you joining us. And if you haven't seen our books, Monica just pulled out our life book. And some of our books are over on the table, and if you have any questions at all, just let us know. But also we have our new active line, which is the essential amino acids and the whey protein. And my husband, who was out golfing already this morning, but he loves these because he does a lot of yard work and he does golfing, and he does his amino acids twice a day, and we add some extra scoops of whey protein into our shakes.
So, are any of you lactose intolerant by chance? Yes. It happens, right? So, one of the things that is amazing about this life book, and remember, we are talking about learning. A lot of people that we talk to, they don't want to know the hard stuff. They just want to know the easy stuff. How do I lose the weight? They don't care about the rest. We're gonna tell you the rest eventually, inevitably. And so here is just an example of something that is in this book that is life-changing, okay? These are charts that are color-coded. Red is dangerous for you, meaning highly inflammatory, somewhat toxic. Green is like a little bit better. So one of the things that I learned, and I did not know this, and I don't know if you did, brie cheese is considered to be a better cheese than anything else. It is actually in the green category. See this chart right here is particularly cheese. What's down here? Colby cheese and cheddar cheese. Did you know that the cheddar and Colby cheeses are more inflammatory for you? So if you're lactose intolerant, these are gonna push your body to toot and do all that stuff like way more than say a brie cheese. Or if you're like me and you get eczema patches, when I have cheddar cheese, I'm itching like crazy, where as opposed to a brie cheese, I don't. Okay, but that was something that I learned in these charts. So if you don't know, almond cheese is an amazing alternative to regular cheese. I get this at Trader Joe's. It melts great, but it doesn't have the dairy in it. So you won't have the eczema response, you won't have the inflammatory response, and you won't have your body making noises that are embarrassing, say you're around other folks. So you can get this at Trader Joe's. So I just wanted to show you, I didn't even know to consider this until I looked at these charts and started to see, what was in here. It shows you how hot dogs are super inflammatory. It shows you where turkey bacon falls in alignment with everything else as opposed to regular bacon. So as you're doing your research, if you're like, my face, like I want it to like slim down, literally just changing some of your ingredients will do that for you. You don't have to lose weight. It's just the inflammation that's within you that's being caused by some of the foods that you're eating. So this life book will literally change your life. So if you want to look at this, this will be on the table.
And is that what you used on your broccoli?
On the broccoli crust. And also I wanted to show you, because Becky mentioned that she processes her cauliflower. I don't do that. I'm lazy. So this is a broccoli slaw. So you can actually get cauliflower slaw. You can get broccoli slaw. This is already done for you. So all you have to do is put it in your cup and measure it. Measure, the ingredients like they said. Also, this is my preferred sauce. Again, spaghetti sauce has lots of sugar in it. Believe it or not, this one actually only has 30 calories, 1 gram of fat, and only 3 grams of carbs. So it's really, really low in all of the things. It's super, super tasty. But if you were to go get like a Prego, you're gonna get 100 calories, you're gonna get 16 carbohydrates in a teaspoon. Who uses a teaspoon? Nobody. Do you know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's super important then to understand how to read these labels and know the serving sizes. So I brought this to you just for you to check it out.
I haven't seen that. Where do you get that one?
You can get this at any grocery store, actually. It's called Yo Mama's pizza sauce, but it's really low. The almond cheese is from Trader Joe's. Broccoli slaw can be found any grocery store. Just go into the produce section. It's already done for you. You just need to know that it's available. And the reason why I like broccoli slaw is because broccoli slaw actually has protein in it. So I'm just adding to my macros by giving myself extra protein in this.
Thank you. That's really good.